So I'm Nadia Tober with Middleton Meyers. I am the digital content producer. How are you?
I'm very well, Nadia. Thank you for having me. I am Crystal. I am the leasing professional at Maple Run.
Can you break down how you prepared your office and the community for the coronavirus before it started to spread widely?
Yes. So thankfully, to our corporate office, they're always on top of things. As you know, they did supply us with enough disinfectant to obviously always stay on top of cleaning the office, but also even before social distancing was an order, that's what we started to practice. I think it's very important that we have some restriction to our self-care, and we closed down the office. We weren't open publicly, and that just limits the amount of germs coming in and out of the office.
It does. Limit the amount of foot traffic is in and out to make sure that that y'all stay protected in a way, and so do they. But what has the vibe been like so far in the community?
Wow, you can feel it when you go outside. You can feel it. A lot of people are in panic right now for many reasons, and I think that it's as strong as this pollen out here. I will tell you that. It is very strong. But also, there is a lot of hope in our community. We have a lot of different resources that we can depend on, that our schools give, that our community is giving. So it's a little bit of both, good and bad, and I think that comes with everything.
What has it been like working during the stay-at-home and the social distancing order that we have that has been put in place?
I absolutely have been embracing this staying at home. Thankfully, I do have great support. My mother is available when I am able to work, but staying at home and working just opens up more reality to my children. They're able to see me in action. They're watching me make these phone calls to my residents, to these potential prospects. They love it, and so I've absolutely embraced it. I love it. I love being able to have the resources to work from home. If it wasn't for our company, thank you, Middleton Meyers. You supplied me and provided me with enough resources to do my work from home as if I was in the office, and it's great. Social distancing, I think with everything going around, I think it's a great reminder that we do need to restrict ourselves, and we do need to take care of ourselves first. So this social distancing, honestly, was a great call.
How are you and your family dealing with the quarantine?
The quarantine and being at home, like I said, is just another way to think of ourselves first, and not only think of ourselves, but think of other people around the community. A lot of people on the internet, they do internet challenges. I call this a faith challenge. I think that if we can take care of ourselves first, if we can practice faith and know that this will be over soon, that's where the hope comes from. So, being here at home, my kids, like I said, they're writing scripts, for me to tell these residents when I call them, and it's fun for them. Every child wants to be like their parent, if not better. And I think this is a time that is not only to take care of ourselves, but to think of our children. When we're here at home, we used to play the floor is lava. Now we play the hands are lava. Like, let me see them hands. If them fingernails are dirty, you better get to the bathroom or the kitchen and wash your hands. With me having 3 children in the home, it is so important to stay on top of them, and not in a mean way, but in a respectful way, to help them understand how important it is to take care of themselves. But not only that, when we do go outside, before we come in, we are spiritual. We do have constant prayer in my home. So we pray before we come inside, but then we also bathe. I think it's very important that we take care of ourselves so we have the ability and the strength to take care of others.
It sounds like during this process, you've been able to kind of connect more with your family and to be around them, because usually they're at school around this time frame and usually at work. For
sure. We needed this quarantine to remind ourselves how important our family is, and at the end of the day, with or without that outside world, our family will still be here.
Exactly.
Thankfully, we still have work. I thank Middleton Meyers for that. Everyone in my family is in a position where they do still have work. They work for great companies. So I think really the concern is, how can we help other people? For sure.
What has been some of your residents' biggest concern during this process?
Rent. So obviously rent is a priority, not only for the residents, but for our company. And that has been one of their biggest concerns. Although we have plenty of resources for our community, we also, I know in Maple Run, have a large Hispanic community, and they may not know of those resources. So like I said, having these great reminders and these videos going out is great, but I would love to implement in our newsletter, some of the resources that our Hispanic community can also refer back to, because there are a lot of Hispanics who work out here in construction, in factories that have been closed now. And, although they are thankful and grateful for the time that they have here in the United States, their biggest priority right now is rent, for sure. And I can be thankful for Middleton Meyers for not only thinking about their employees, but also the residents.
For some of our residents, can you give them some advice and encouragement as we are all dealing with this crucial time?
Yes, I want to tell all my residents that I love them. They have been so great throughout all of this time. They've been so understanding. Usually when stuff like this happens, I'm firsthand that will get backlash, and I just want to say that you will be okay, and this will pass. This will not stay. It will pass, and we have to have patience. I think without patience, it will be impossible to get through this time, for sure.
Exactly. You got to have faith through this process. That's the only thing that'll get you through. Well, thank you again, Crystal.